Om Gang Ganapataye Namaha, Gum Gurubhyo Namaha, Aim Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shahana Bhavatu, Shahanau Bhunattu, Shahaviryam Karavavahi, Tejasvina Vadhidamastu Ma Vidvishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Today's topic is meditation on Udgitha Vidya. Udgitha Vidya is a meditation on the Udgitha as prana. Otherwise, it is known as Udgitha Brahmana of the Vedas. Contemplation on the cosmic prana through the individual prana results in the restraint of the senses and the mind. So let us start this with an allegorical story about the two forces, the divine and the demonical. The offsprings of Prajapati, the gods and the demons, continued to rival with each other till the gods decided to defeat the demons through the aid of Udgitha in a sacrifice. These two, gods and demons, or the twin forces within man, which stand for sum total of the sense organs, which by virtue of good actions are named gods, and by virtue of vicious actions demons. In Indian mythology, this rivalry is termed as Devasura Sangrama. This warfare is continuing even to this day. Sometimes divinity reigns supreme in the individual and society, and at other times the demonical forces, their nature dominates and they rule till it is ousted by the divinity. Sacrifice and Udgitha chanting here stand for the holy and sattvic qualities and the actions of the senses. Sacrifice here means the destruction of the lower nature and sanctification of the human personality. Udgitha denotes meditation on holiness. Gods thought of purifying themselves so that the evil forces might become extinct. They asked the organs of speech, nose, eye, ear, mind and the rest to sing the Udgitha. All of them obeyed. The demons got frightened, for they thought that the gods would defeat them. So they pierced all the senses with evil, and the dark forces didn't allow Sattva to express and predominate in the individual and the society. With the result, all the organs and the mind got contaminated by vicious and undivine traits. None of them could effect proper sanctification and thus transcend evil. In the end, Prana chanted the Udgitha. As a consequence of that, the demons were blown out in all directions and they perished. The envious relatives in the form of attachment to sense objects, which stood in the way of cosmic identification with the taintless vital force, got defeated. The vital force is known as Dur because death remains far away from it. Prana took away the sins of the gods and deposited them at the end of the quarters. Persons should not go to these quarters. That is, they should throw away the sins and keep themselves away from the Papa Purusha and behold what is internal and spiritual than what is external and worldly. The evil can go anywhere. The mind which has been rendered pure is free from this evil but not completely immune. Therefore, after subjugating the sense impulses, one must transcend them. For transcending evil, one must disidentify oneself from the sense organs and identify with the prana. All these senses were restored their original nature by the prana. When the speech was freed from death, it became fire. Similarly, nose became the air, the eye the sun, the ears the quarters, and mind the moon. They were freed from individuality and became universal. The prana, who is again known as the Ayasha Angirasa, essence of all limbs, secured edibles for itself by chanting and transformed them to different organs of the body. Anyone intending to defeat him in greatness and glory becomes incapable of supporting his defendants. Prana is Brihaspati, as he is the lord of Brihati, a Vedic meter, the self of all forms of knowledge, that is speech. It is all pervading. It acquires the shape and size of the body that it inherits. Prana is equated with Udgitha etymologically. The inseparable relation between speech and vital force is established by the story of Brahmadatta. He who knows the wealth of Sama, that is having sweet tone and correct articulation, is said to be wealthy, and he is sought for by men to perform sacrificial rites. Prana expresses through the medium of speech and the body. One who succumbs to evil tendencies and is engrossed in unpardonable and prohibited actions is said to be dead. Immortality transcends death, and so it is sought for in the mantra known as the Pavamana mantras. Hari Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.